Hello guys, and welcome to my new video of how to make an encode and decode app. So firstly I will show you the demo of the app. So here I have a local emulator, that is 5554 that is with AI2 companion emulator. So when I click encode, I can encode any message with the help of this app. So it would ask me that what type of message should I encode. That means is it lowercase letters, uppercase, or is it numbers? So for now I am going with lowercase letters. Well, it will work with all. So first with lowercase letters. Yeah, so my message. So firstly I will type my message like welcome. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, so I wrote welcome to the MITCODER. I cannot merge local uppercase with lowercase because in mid lowercase presides over the uppercase and it would not work if I do so. So now I would just simply click convert to encode and just wait a few minutes. So guys, this is encoded. So I would be able to share this also. In mobile phones it would open a share page. That means you would be able to choose would you be able to share to a WhatsApp, or would you like to share it through message. Here it would only share through message, and that would also be not possible because it's an emulator and I have not inserted any sim here. So to decode it, I would just simply copy it like this. I would select it first, and selecting here is a bit difficult because it's an emulator. So I have selected all, just double click. So here I have copied the code, and to go back and decode this message I would just click this. So I would click on back button and it show me the original screen. Now I click on decode, and it was lowercase letters, so I would put lowercase letters here. So my message was yeah, so I would click paste and this message will be pasted, right? So now this button, this would disappear the keyboard, and now decode your message. I would click on decode your message. Just wait a minute, just wait some time, and it will be decoded. Yeah, so the message is decoded and it has come welcome to the Decode, which I wrote initially. So I'll show you how to build this app. And another thing which I have done here is when I click encode and click numbers and type message, it would only display me numbers and you can't switch to ABCs. Well, if you can switch also, you would not be able to write anything like this. I am typing, but it cannot be displayed, so only it would accept numbers like 1, 2, 3. This I have done a change here. It will not accept alphabet cell. So let's get started of how to make this app. I'll close this emulator. So here I have started a new project and named it as secret message app. So first thing that I would add is a vertical arrangement, and it is most useful here, and fill parent, and as it would cover the whole screen. Okay, so now I would add two buttons, button 1 and button 2, and first of all I will make its height fill parent and its width also as fill parent, and would do the same with this also, fill parent and fill parent. Okay, so for better understanding, I'll rename this button as encode select So, and I would rename this also as select to decode, as it's the user would select it to decode. So okay, I would rename it as encode and make its font size as 40, and we'll do the same with this. Write decode, and would also make its font size as 40, and its background color I've changed it to green, and this I've changed it to somewhat red. Okay, so now I would make this vertical arrangement disable, and I would add a page that allows you to choose when you click encode that whether it is an uppercase letter and lowercase or a number. So I would do the same here. I would add a layout that is my vertical arrangement and make it as fill parent. So now I will add 3 buttons this time, as we have 3 things. Firstly I will rename this as lower case letters, and this as uppercase letters, and this as numbers. Okay, so now I would make its font size 40.0, this also has 40, and the numbers also has 40. Okay, so now I would make its width and height as fill parent. This also has the same. I would do the same with this also. Okay, so same with lowercase letters also. And add a color to them, a background color. First I would add a green, then I will add a magenta color here, and then finally a red color. Now I would rename this as choose what to encode. Wait. Now I would just simply Control C this, Control C. That would copy this, Control C, and then I would make it invisible and Control V. So it would be copied in front here, and just I would write here choose what to decode and enter OK. And the rest I would keep the same. Now I will quickly rename every button so for better understanding while I code. So this is lower case decode, rename it as upper case D. Okay. So now rename this as number decode. Okay. So this button 1 is rename lower case encode. Okay. Uppercase encode and number encode. Now what I have to add is a page where you can type and you can encode your message. So for that I have to disable this. vertical arrangement and add another vertical arrangement here. So a vertical arrangement, height is full parent. I would keep it as full parent and width also as full parent. Now the first thing I have to add is a text box where you can type. So I would set its width as full parent and its height as 20%. Okay. So now I would add a label here, a label, and the text is your encoded message. Okay, so I would set its background color to black and its font color to white, that is text color to white. Okay, so now I would increase its size to 30. Okay, no, that would be too big, so I would increase it to just 20%. 20. That would be okay, or just decrease it to 15. Sorry for that, but yeah, I have to make a set. Okay, so 15 is okay. And now I've changed the background color to somewhat as cyan. Okay, now I would have to add a button in which you can convert to encode. So I would have to add 3 buttons here: share and back button. Okay, so now rename the first button as not rename, just change the text to convert to encode. This would encode your message. This button is to encode your message. The second one is to go share your message. Yes. So I would also tell you how to share a message. Okay, so the button 3 is to go back. So this doesn't look good, so so I would set its width to full parent, as then this text would come in the center, and width to full parent and its width to full parent. Now you may choose any background color, but currently I'm choosing green, red, and somewhat blue, and its text color too, not black, because it is not visible correctly. Oh, let's leave here. Let it be white, and its text color as red. And yeah, don't forget to increase the size as it is too. So here I have changed the size to 20, and in hint of text box 1 I have written your message and converted its name to lowercase as encode. Okay, so now I would I would copy this vertical arrangement as I did before, Control C, and now I'd just make this vertical arrangement as invisible, and I would paste it. Okay, so everything would be same, and this would be as lowercase as uppercase as encode. Uppercase as encode. Uppercase as encode. Okay. So now I would make this invisible again, and paste another here, and just in here I'd check a box that is read only. Okay, so that would not read only, I'd make it numbers only, because it is of numbers, and a multi-line, and rename it rename the arrangement as numbers as encode, numbers as encode and would remove it. Okay. Now another thing which I have to do is in text box 2 make it as a number line, multi-line, and in text box 1 check this multi-line option. Now what I have done, I have copied uppercase as encode and just pasted it here. And in case of I've earlier wrote convert to encode. Now I've written convert to decode and also changed it to your decoding message. So now I would just rename this vertical arrangement to lowercase. This would be my lowercase. So that's this lowercase as decode. So now I'll just copy this, Control C, make it visible off and paste it. Control V. It would appear as it is. Now what I have to do is just rename this as uppercase. Okay, so uppercase. This would be my uppercase as decode and O. Okay, so I'll also make sure that it is multi-line. Yeah, so make sure for little text box 4 also that's turned on multi-line. Okay, so now I'll make it visible off and Control V. Okay, so now in uppercase as decode, I will just rename this. Okay, so as decode, uppercase as decode. I've changed it to is deleting uppercase as decode. I've typed numbers as decode. Okay, so now I'll check that there's okay, so it's decode. Okay, so this is not fine. Okay, so yeah, so this was my uppercase. No, I did a mistake here. Cancel. So this was my uppercase only. I did no mistake here. I did a mistake in there. So I will try to change it to uppercase. Sorry for the mistake. Okay, uppercase as decode and rename this. This was my mistake. So I apologize for saying numbers as decode and would remove. Okay, so now we have basically made all oh wait a minute, so it is the same, and make sure that you don't turn this numbers only on. Okay, that is an important. So now we are done with all the featuring parts, and make sure that this vertical arrangement one, that is our starting page, is on, or else we would have to write a big code for that. So making it on would be a bit easier method. So now I would go to blocks, and first I would code for encode. Okay, so vertical arrangement one would see its component, and yes, select to encode. Okay, so when select to encode dot click, what I would do is to disable this vertical arrangement and enable our next vertical arrangement. To set vertical arrangement 1, and instead of align vertical, make it dot visible, and just Control V. I've copied and pasted it to. Okay, so now I've code. So this is vertical arrangement. That was my choose what to encode. Okay, so choose what to encode. Okay, so now I write true, and here I write false, just false. So now I'll just copy and paste it. Control C, Control V. Now select to encode. In case of changing it to select to decode option. Okay, so now what I would do is choose what to encode. This was our value that was given before. Now we would make it to choose what to decode. Okay, so by changing it, it would be a great thing. And now I would make it that if convert to lowercase letters and encode. So here what I have done is I have made it for all the same way I did it. I made it for all encoding options, and now I am making for decode. So this would be our decode. Basic decode would be this, and our basic encode would be this. Okay, so now I have copied and pasted again. Okay, like I did before. So now numbers decode, I would write it as uppercase decode, right? Uppercase decode, and choose what to decode, and this would be choose what uppercase as decode because I'm doing it for uppercase. Control C and Control V, that will be copy and paste it. Now in uppercase, in place of uppercase encode, do it as uppercase decode, lowercase decode, sorry, and uppercase as encode, I would do it as lowercase as decode. Okay, so I have provided that an idea, basic idea of my buttons. Okay, what my buttons are doing here. So now I would have to make a word list where I would be defining what would A carry, what variable would A carry, and what would B and C, everything would carry. So I would initialize a global variable, and the global variable name would be word list. Okay, word list. It is the most common name. Okay, so now in list, make a list, right? And in make a list, another make a list. Okay, so here you could do it as A, B, C, D. Here you would in top you will write A, and here what symbol it carries. So now I would add two text where I could write A and where I could define its sign. So I would written A. It's A, and the sign which I will pick will be this sign. You may put any sign, but it is better that you put a single letter sign. Okay, that would be better. And now I would add another, and that would be B. So I would just duplicate it. I'd write it as B, and the sign which I will choose is @ Okay, so I would write it as, now I would add an item. You have to add an item so that you could make it, and this would be my C. Yes, and I would write it as C, and the sign would be hashtag. So guys, I have already written this, and it is in my backpack. So I would be pausing the video for some time, and I would take the component from my backpack, so that right now it doesn't take me much time. So I would just delete this all, delete, and now from my backpack I would take out this. So here I have already defined everything by just doing this. What I would you to do is just increase an item so that you could add more fields, and then Control V. You may choose any sign. Here I have chosen many signs like D1 and E and ampersand. Not an ampersand, it's a percentage sign. So here, like, I have chosen it. Okay, now I would have to define a word list too. That would be for my decode one. So what I have to do is to just copy and paste this. Okay, that it is already word list too, and what I have to do is to just interchange them. I have to just interchange it. Okay, so I have done this, and it is also in my backpack. So I would just delete it, but you have to do it manually. I cannot attach the A file in the chat box or in anything, in anywhere. So I would just you have to do it on your own, and here I have interchanged them. Okay, so now I would define it for uppercase letters as well. So here I would initialize another variable, or just copy and paste it. Control, no, I would initialize. That would be an easier task for me. So here I would write it as word list and 3. Okay, so this would be my for my capital letters, and here you may include them, and you can increase the size by this. So I already have this in my backpack, so instead of writing the code whole again, I've just copied from my backpack in here. Okay, so now I have to do for decode also, so that would be my word list 4. So that is also in my backpack currently, so I've pasted it here, but you have to write it because there is no shortcut for this. Okay, so now I would have to define another global variable for numbers, so that I also have in my backpack. So this is for numbers, and I have written everything from 0 to 9. That is only needed. Okay, so now for decode I would also command, yeah, so that I also have in my backpack, so I would just paste it. Okay, well, wait a minute. Yes, so that I have in my backpack, and just I'd copy and paste it. So this is a easier way, that because I made an app, so I could do by this method, but you will have to code. That is not a big problem. But now I would have to do the main thing of how to decode the message. I have to code for how to the system will encode and decode the message. Okay, so do that. I have to do that. First, I would see in which is there. So it is the lowercase as encode. So when button 1 dot click. So because that is my button 1 dot click. So now I would go to control, scroll down, and for each item in list. So this, and then you would have to do get global word list. Okay, so now so sorry that I can't do. So I would and get and here and get global word list. So then I would go to there only, and here label 1. So set label 1 dot as margin. I would change it to dot text. Then I would go to text and replace all text. Yeah, so I would make it as textbox1 dot text. Replace all text, textbox1 dot text. Okay, and then I would go to list, and then I would go to select list item, list get list. Yeah, so that would be get item. So I would just duplicate it and get item, and index, my index would be, yeah, so index would be my 1. So that 1 I would find, yeah, so that would be my in maths 0. Okay, so I would just do it as 1. Okay, 1. So in list, so I would go to now list and this. Okay, look, there's I would just do, yeah, I would just I just copy this and paste it. Okay, and the pairs would be get global list. So now I have put this global word list here, and now one last thing to do, and that is set label one dot text to no sorry set, I just deleted this is wrong, set text box one dot text to set text box one dot so text to label one dot text to label one dot text. Yeah, so now I would do the same for the decode. So for decode, I'll just copy and paste it. Okay, so now I have to find that what is the number in decode. So decode uppercase as decode, number as decode. No, that would be lowercase as decode. So lowercase decode, the button for decoding is button 10. So I would just put it here so that I could get that it is the decoding of this. Okay, so here I would change it to button 10. Okay, when and this would be my global word list 2, and the text box number is 4. Text box number is 4. The label number is also 4. So these are some important changes which you have to do. Okay, so rest everything will be fine. Here global list 2. Okay, and here also you have to change the text box numbers. Okay, so this would be 4, and here also 4. So the decode is part is also ready, and we would do the same for uppercases and numbers, and then we would add a very important option, that is for sharing. Okay, so there is nothing much difficult in sharing, but it is nice, it looks nice. Okay, so now first I would do as uppercase as decode. So the button number is 13. Okay, the button number is 13, and the global list number is word list number is 4. Okay, and these are 5. So 5, text box 5, and here also 5. No, sorry, here 4, here 5, and here also 5. So this is for our decoding of uppercase. So now I would make it for decoding of encoding of uppercase. So I would put it here to look at so it looks symmetrical, and I get to know that it is of this part, and you also get to know. Okay, so the word list number is 3 here, and my uppercase as encode. Okay, uppercase as encode. The text box number is 2. The text box number is the label number is also 2, and the text box number is also 2. Okay, so the button which we have to click is button number 4. So button number 4. Okay, so here get global list 3. Okay, 3. Here it is 3. 3. Okay, and it is 2, text box number and label number is 2. Okay, so now I would do it for numbers also. In numbers I would first do for encoding. Okay, I would just copy and paste it. Okay, now for numbers as encode, the number of button is button number 7. Okay, 7 number, button 7. Okay, and the global word list number is 5, but global word list 5. The text box number is 3. Sorry, 5. And the text box no, the text box and label number is 3. Okay, it's 3. The word list number is 5. Sorry, and I would do it 3, and here also 3, and global list 5. Okay, I would first check it. Yeah, so everything looks in place. Okay, so now I'll just copy and paste it. I've just copied and pasted it, and here. Okay, it will be fine now. Numbers as decode. The button number is 16. Button number 16. Button number 16. 16. The global list number is 6. The label number is also 6, right? Yeah, 6. It is 6, and this is also 6. Okay, so I have done for button number 16. So now two very important things are left. One is the back button, and the next is sharing button. So first I will code for sharing option. Okay, for sharing I would have to go to designer and add a component that is in social, add a sharing, okay, no, not phone number, a sharing option, right? Yes, sharing. So I've put a sharing option. Okay, now I'd go to blocks and just code it. So now what I have to do is, okay, so now I would click, I would add that when button clicked. So the button is, first I would do it for encode buttons, that is 3, button number, button number 2, when button dot click, and then sharing option, call sharing 1 dot share message, and the message would be label 1 dot text. Okay, label 1 dot text, or you may do anything here firstly and then change it to text. Okay, so now you just have to copy and paste and change the text box number. Go see and there are 6 buttons to share, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 more 6. Okay, okay, so I've put them in a line. Okay, so this I would okay, yeah. Okay, so now I have changed the button numbers. So it is 5 now. The button number, no, not this. It's button number 5. Button number 5 and text box number is 2. Text, no, you have to do it as label 1. Sorry for the inconvenience cause it would be label 1 dot text. Sorry. Label 1 dot text. Okay. I'll just delete it. Delete it also. And firstly, I'll copy it and paste it 5 times. 5 more times. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I would keep putting 1. Because you may enter anything after encoding also. So for permanent method, I would suggest you to do it as a label 1 label. Okay, so now the labels would increase by 1, and yeah, and the button would be 8, right? Yeah, it would be 8. Okay, 8, label 3, button 11, and it would be sorry, I would add a label and remove it. Label 4, it would be label 4. It would be now 14, and label will be sorry, I will just drag it out. Yeah, label would be 5, right? So the label is now 5, and one last label, that is here, and then finally delete all the text boxes because they would cause inconvenience while encoding the application. So it would be 6, and the button would be 17, right? So this is our code, and I would just delete them because they cause a big inconvenience. Delete. Cancel. Oh, cancel. That would delete my whole application. I just got the biggest shock because if I did so, it would, because I clicked on delete also, but at the right time I clicked cancel. So yeah, so it is ready. So now I am done with the sharing options. Now what I have to do is to code for back options. So for back options, the code is also easy. the back would be 3, and when it's clicked, the vertical arrangement as lowercase set this to dot align instead of align horizontal visible. Okay, and then I would copy and paste it, and then lowercase vertical arrangement 1. This would remain the same for everything. Okay, so first true, and here I would add blocks false. Okay, so I would make another change in screen 1. You would find an option to call screen1.hide keyboard. So if you click back and your keyboard is still visible, it would disable your keyboard. So this is a nice thing which you can do, and then just copy it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 times, and then just arrange them. You may also not arrange them, it would not cause any inconvenience to your app, but for your better understanding, I'm just arranging them. Okay, so this would be now 6, but number 6, and lowercase as encode, this would be uppercase as encode. Okay, uppercase as encode. So now button number 9, and here numbers as encode. So here button number 12, and this would be lowercase as decode. No, I would just check it because checking is better, and if I don't do correctly, it would be a loss for my whole application. So lowercase as decode is my correct one. So lowercase as decode will do that. Okay, and lowercase as decode. Now button number 15, that would be my for uppercase as decode. So uppercase as decode, I would go just uppercase as decode. Okay, and here I've just drag and bring it down. Yeah, so here, so this would be my last button, that is button number 18, and and this would be numbers as decode. So guys, we are ready with the whole application. Okay, make sure you turn on visible this vertical arrangement 1, because it is very important for your application, or else a blank screen will occur. So I had already shown you the demo. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I would also show you the demo for this application also. Thanks for watching my video, everyone. Like, share and subscribe for more such videos. I'll show you the demo in last.